It appears Joe Biden will win the state of Wisconsin, but not by the margin many thought he would. Polls once again dramatically underestimated President Donald Trump's chances to win states across the country. CBS 58's Brendan Cullerton live at Marquette with what Democratic strategists say they're doing wrong. Brendan.
Bill, the final Marquette Law poll showed Joe Biden leading Donald Trump by 5 points. Now, despite being off about 4 points, that was actually one of the most accurate polls in the entire state. Democrats say their internal polling is off as well. Marquette Law Poll Director Charles Franklin says the Wisconsin vote total was just inside his final poll's margin of error.
Definitely a tighter race than what our 4 or 5 point margins had. Now, we did, of course, see other polling in the state with considerably bigger margins.
Many other polls showed Biden with an 8 to 11 point lead. Some went as high as 17 points. Brandon Savage has worked as a consultant for Democratic campaigns across the state and says internal Democratic polling was also off, both for president and state lawmakers.
Internal polling in the Democratic Party and with campaigns showed a lot of these races where people were supposed to win by 4, 5, 6, 7 points and didn't win at all.
There are theories as to why polls have been missing. One is people don't want to tell pollsters their opinion.
Polls are only as good as the truth that people are telling the pollster.
Another theory is Democrats are missing potential voters Republicans and their pollsters are finding.
When we go into a lot of smaller towns, if you go into Delavan or if you go into Fond du Lac County, there's a lot better of an ability for Republicans and Republican candidates to connect with those voters.
Marquette political science professor Amber Wachowski says one issue both for internal and public polls is society shifting away from polling methods.
It used to be that pollsters would call on landlines, on a phone. Few Americans have landlines right now.
Wachowski says polls aren't quite as far off as the public perceives them to be, and if you actually factor in the margin of error, many of these state polls actually got pretty close. Reporting live from Marquette, Brendan Cullerton, CBS 58 News.